Hey everybody. I'm pretty sure that's how all of mine start. It's me say, hey everybody, and then I go, with a long pause. I should come up with like a little movie or something to play as I'm getting this all set up. That's okay. I got a weird one today. I have, hi Mariel Illustrations, how are you? Sorry. I have a weird one today where I'm gonna draw Kylo Ren or paint Kylo Ren from Star Wars as Santa. And this is definitely not a reflection of my mental state. I've definitely lost it. I needed something to do today and I don't know why, but this idea came to me and I was like, it's gonna be it now. Alright, I'm just setting up all my little display things. One last thing I gotta check. I always like to double check that the live thing is showing up, even though I see people in the chat. I don't know, I like having it there so I can see if something goes wrong or whatever. And there we go. Okay, let me just close this window then. How's it going, Rubatani? Oh, no, that's not closing the window. Uh-oh. Get out of here. There we go. Sorry. I tried to close it and I guess I pushed the big open one. Okay. Yeah, I better get started because it's been like 2 minutes of me just sitting here scrambling. Okay, so let me see here. Let's pick a background color. It's gonna be I don't know. Yeah, let's start with brown. This is gonna be a weird one, as I probably have already said. And I'm just gonna, I got this sketch in, it's very close to the reference. So I'm just gonna start coloring it. Why not? Have some fun with this one. Oh, it's good. Everything's going good. Are you guys on break now? Enjoying your break? Let's start with the Santa cape. Actually, let's make this a little bit more visible. I know it doesn't show up well on camera. So I'll make that a little more visible, especially if people like watching on their phones or whatnot. I don't want to do this on the layer though. Let me go underneath. Yeah, we're going to have a Santa cape instead of his regular cape. This is really reaching on the new design. It's okay. And I'm going to see if I can get any motor skills. I was having a hard time sketching this out. My motor skills are dead. Dead. I should ask Santa for some better ones for Christmas. How do you think the elves would go about doing that? I don't have the Christmas music, sadly. It's a travesty because of today's subject. But I had like a problem with my computer where Command V stopped working, which is on a Mac it's paste. It's probably Control V on a Windows. Yeah, it just stopped working and I was like, that's frustrating, what the heck? So I had to go through like a whole rigmarole and then I had to like reset my system control panel, which was fun. It took up so much time trying to figure that out that I didn't have time for the music again and I was like super depressed, but I was starting it late as it was. Break starts in a week. Oh, that's pretty close. Are you doing anything fun this weekend for the season? Or doing any shopping or anything? I get all my stuff off Amazon. People make up lists and I'm like, alright, let's see what I want from their list. It's easy and it's also not easy because if you want something off the list, it's like this slodge of going through a million pages on the internet and not being able to see anything in real life and know how it is. Hey, is it Strex or Dust? Or Dext? I have no idea how to say that. How are you doing? How was your exams? Wait, were you given exams? I can't remember. Are you talking to Mariel? Imagine being talented. I can't relate. I'm sure you're talented. I'm not very talented. I'm more practiced. I see a lot of people's artwork and I think that's talent. Okay, so there's the silly Santa cape. Oh, let's do the hat this color too while we're at it. This is definitely going to be a strange one for me. There we go. Oh, you don't take your exams until January. Yeah, you said you had like one test, but then the rest were after break. Okay, and then this was originally in the reference I stole. I mean, borrowed from. This was the hat, but I think I'm gonna make this like a funny, I didn't draw it out, but I was thinking about making it like a funny little elf or something head. So let me just draw something in real quick before I continue on. Let me make that a little smaller so it'll fit. So this will be like an elf figurine. Draw right under the gloves here, and then we'll give it a pattern. And then we'll give it the weird eyes from his mask. And then we'll give it like a big elf nose. He's got like some ribbon things here. I don't know if I'll get these. If I do, I might have to use the pen tool. I don't know how controlled my strokes are. But I'll sketch them in real loosely for now. There we go. Right, back to coloring. Oh, picked that up by accident. Hey, puntos turismo brandayo? I'm sorry, I don't understand the text. But thank you for stopping by. Hey, drawing my way. How are you? Alright, should we give him green pants? Santa has brown pants, I guess, doesn't he? I should have looked up a reference for Santa. I guess I'll have to wing it. Yeah, I think he does have brown pants. So we'll go with brown pants and see how we like them. Like, let's make this a little bigger. Maybe that's not dark enough. We need some darker pants. Like so. Yeah, that'll be good. What is my hardness at? Yeah, 50, that's good. That's pretty good. Okay, so we'll get these darker pants in. We're just doing blocking colors right now. I'll come in and touch it up as I go. As I do. That's good that you're good. I got my tea here. If you hear weird slurping noises, it's just me and having no manners. Alright, so those will be the pants. Actually, I think these are the boots. This is where the boots start. So I'll just color it to there. And then the boots will be kind of a dark blackish almost. I had to turn up my brightness. I had it turned all the way down. It's hard to see. Alright, so we have this for the boot. It's gonna be messy. I'm gonna zoom in a lot and clean this up. Probably, I don't usually do like big drawings on YouTube because it takes a little like zooming in, and I think it makes people feel kind of sick. Some people. So hopefully that won't happen today, but I'll try to minimize how much I zoom in. I guess we'll have the black here. I really gotta clean this up. It's gonna look like a mess when I zoom in. That's okay. Trying to think. Yeah, we'll have like a gold around here. Let's just plop it in here. Whoop. Alright. And then we'll have, what color is Santa's, like, I think it's like a red. Maybe like a darker red will do for his shirt. Oops, that's the yellow. I feel like Santa doesn't wear any green, even though it's a traditional Christmas color. He's not a green guy. This go down. His gloves will probably be white instead too. You gotta remember that. Man, I'm just gonna messily put this in. I'm not even gonna try. I'll zoom in and clean it all up. There's something kind of like annoying when you zoom in and you see what a mess you've made. But at the same time, I just want to kind of work faster, so I'm gonna get them in, get it in. And alright, now we gotta pick out a white for his gloves. I don't want like pure white. It's better to go like kind of an off-white, because then you won't have such a like a stark white all of a sudden. And if you want to do highlights later, you'll have a little more freedom in your contrast if you haven't used pure white. Just gonna plop these in. This hand wasn't drawn very good. I wonder if anyone's looking forward to Star Wars. I'm not even gonna see it until it comes out on DVD or whatever. It comes out on, I guess it won't be on Amazon, Netflix anymore, so Disney split. I wonder how people will like the new, let me just pick this color. I'm gonna put this white up here too, if I have any motor skills, not to just plop it everywhere. I wonder how people are enjoying streaming, Disney Streaming Plus, just Disney Plus I think is what it's called. I have Netflix. That's it. I mean, I guess I technically have Amazon Prime too. That's not really mine, it's just something I get to watch along with people. Alright, let's get that in like that. I'll fix that up later. And I guess, oh, he's got a glove over here too. Put that in. And we gotta pick a hair color. He's got kind of black hair, but it's like brownish black. Maybe like this. That's a little bit yellow. Let's make it a little more red. That's too black. Turn it up a little bit. Okay, we'll do that for the base. Let me just zoom in, since I'm doing kind of detailed work now. Yeah, we get this in here. And we'll do it over here too. I don't know, I might, I don't know why I did the hair first, not the skin. That's okay. We're on the overlapping layer. I'll show you what it looks like without the sketch. It's like this nightmare of jagged, unfulfilled places. Look at that hand. I'll have to go in and clean it all up. Hey, Dragon Style, how are you? How's it going? Let me get this collar in here. I think there'll be, let's get his skin. I think that's kind of the last thing. What do you think about this? It's kind of dark. He's got very rosy skin, so let's see how this works. Yeah, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. We'll give him the silly rosy cheeks before the end. Should have drawn the whole cast. I didn't have the time. I'm sure this will be like a weird movie. I don't even know what his character end will be. This will be like a super outdated stream. When is it coming out? The 20th? By then. That's okay. It's just for fun. And let's get, I guess this was going to be a collar. I'm not really sure what that was. And in doubt, collar it out. That's definitely not a saying. Okay, so we got him mostly colored in. There's a little spot here. Let's make his thing. There's no green, and I feel sad that there's no green, so I'm gonna make his helmet like a green thing that he has to wear with like a red stripe. That's my idea, at least. You've been sick? Oh no. I hope you do get better soon. It's no fun this time of year. Everyone's sick. And I'm like a total germaphobe, So like people come up to me and cough, and then I'm like, yeah. Instead of like a cat, not really. But I think about it like as they talk to me, it's like all I can think about. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get sick from you. So I'm just a terrible person. Let's make this. Let's just make this a big thing here and fill it in here. And then I'm gonna sneak another sip. I just saw this creepy boot. It looks like a foot. Like I have a toe there. It's okay. Oh, I was gonna have it come out like a little bit here. Let's just have, I don't know, actually I don't really like it with the pointed thing. Now that I've seen it the other way. I'll just leave it without it. Alright, so let's just color this in. We'll have like a silver, it'll be like a Slytherin? Is that what the name was? From Harry Potter? Slytherin helmet. Green and silver or whatever. I used to really like Harry Potter. It's kind of lost focus. Alright, oops, let's see. These all need to be cleaned up. Let's do a little cleanup job. We'll spend just a little bit of time on it, and then we'll move on and work on it as I paint, so I won't bore you all with the finer detail part. And then we'll get this. I don't know what color this should be. I think that's the sleeve, so let's get this like that, going around the hand. Has anyone ever made hard candy? I was gonna try to make some hard candy the other day. I made caramel, and I got the parchment paper out, and I got the wax paper out to cut up for strips, and I must have gotten my wires mixed in. I put the wax paper in the pan instead of parchment paper, and I knew it as soon as I pulled it out of the fridge. I was like, oh no, that's not the wax. I mean, that's not caramel paper. Caramel paper? Parchment paper. It was so stuck to the wax paper. I had to like melt it in the oven and pull the wax paper off it. And maybe that sounds easy, but it was not. It was really hard. I had to like cut it with a knife too. I almost like cut off my hand like 8 times, but I was determined. I was like, I'm saving as much of this caramel as I can after all the work. I did save some of it. It might have a few bits of wax paper in it. It's okay. I haven't noticed any yet. I'm sure it'll come. Alright, let me see here. I think you can kind of tell the shape at least. Yeah, okay, so like I said, I'm gonna go in and I'll get some of the coloring in here. And then I'll just kind of touch it up as needed. Some of it is like I want coloring in the spaces because I do clipping masks and it won't show up in the clipping mask, so even if it's like going out the lines. How was this? I guess I did have this kind of out. That's good. That's good enough. Touch this up a bit. Touch this up a bit. Touch this and this and this. A little bit over here. And we'll touch this up especially because it's really wonky. We want this to look a little smoother. But yeah, I was thinking about making peppermint. I have some peppermint flavoring. But hard candy like scares me. One, because it's so hot. And I'm like worried I'm gonna like burn myself or drop it on my dog or something. Weird paranoia things. And 2, like I don't know, like you have to stretch it when it's like still hot before it gets like too cooled off, and then cut it. I don't know, it sounds kind of intimidating, I guess. Am I a baby? Should I just try it? It's the worst that could happen, other than horrible bodily harm. But that probably won't happen. Alright, got these cleaned up. I'm going to be going like, it's not going to be as detailed as some of my other portraits in the past. You caramelized onions and the dish was harder than intended. Does that count? It couldn't have been harder from the onions, right? Because caramelized onions are like mush. I love onions in cooking. I always caramelize them though. I don't like really raw onions. Sorry, I have something in my eye. I'm trying to... Hold on a sec. I'll be right back. Right back. Right, I'm still here. I'm just trying to... I think it was a eyelash. I got it. We're good. We're good. Okay, so I'm going to turn this down now. And we're just going to start doing some of the bulk coloring. So, I mean the bulk coloring? What? No. The shading and stuff. Yes, I'm so well spoken. No, I don't want the crop tool, thank you. There we go. And then we pick a darker shady color. Kind of make it a brown color. Turn my opacity down. And my hardness, is that too light? Let's make it a little darker. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. We'll just kind of sketch in where the highlight shadow areas will be on the shirt, starting with the shirt. Starting with this part, apparently. This will be nice and shadowed. So we'll get that in. Turn this brush shape down a bit. I guess we'll have like a big bunch here going up and a bit here, and this will be catching some of the light. I guess I shouldn't have gotten rid of my color so soon. That's okay. This goes down, and this is my hardness. Okay, just making sure it's good. And we'll get some here. This is how you like don't do precision shading. I'll get this all blended in. Alright, so that's, and then down here will be, where that like dip in the fabric is going, will be really dark. And then this will be dark here. And I think this might be a little bit darker over here, like it's getting taken over. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and then down here we want this to be especially dark under the cape. Do it in like a triangular shade. Alright, now we'll do the cape. I hear my birds in there going crazy. The crazy birds. Not dark enough. I'm going to keep the cape a real red color, so this will have a brownish tint and this will have a reddish tint, and I don't know if they'll be that distinguished. We'll see. We'll see. Like this area will actually be like super dark, so maybe I'll just take super dark and get that worked in. Because that's like the darkest, no light is bouncing around that fabric area. So we'll get that kind of established, and it'll carry down past the hand and such. So we'll color this in too. Got a lot of missing little pieces of pigment that'll drive me nuts, but I'm not gonna stop right now. Okay, so nice and dark there. Under here will be pretty dark. I'll go on with that super dark. Let me get this bigger. I can just work a blotch in here. And then work this color in up here. There we go. Oh, when I draw, that's one thing I have to remember to do, is to shade my drawing. I have my other times when I forget. Shading is kind of one of those things, like, it helps, but it's also like really daunting. Not that I'm not too worried how this one, I might like try to take more pride in some of my other ones that I do. But this one I'm just like, yeah, well, however it turns out, it's fine. It's a joke drawing. So this is not a very smooth shading application. I don't really care. We can have like some shape, like fabric draping, like this will come up like that, and then we could have like a line here that comes down like so, and this can have a little spot up here, just like, you know, I don't know, fake draping. So it's not just like this horrible blackish color, and we'll kind of blend it so it's not just suddenly black everywhere. There we go. It looks horrible. Horribly shaped lump on the mess, I mean on the ground. But it's my horribly shaped lump. I couldn't be prouder of it for that. And then, you know, like later on, if I get to it, I might come in with some highlights and work them in so that there's like points where it sticks out, especially areas like here on the sleeve, or it might be catching a little bit of light. Things like that. But I'm gonna move around. Hey, Friday the Caveman, how are you? I don't like that. The brush is too hard for that. Okay. Have this be really dark back here too. Thank you for the like. And thank you, drawing my way. I'm going to try to go fast and not worry too much about how messy it turns out. Sometimes that's what slows you down. Alright, so I want this to also be a little bit darker here. I'm going to pick black. Oops, that's not black, that's white. A little bit of black just to work in there. A little bit of blackish coloring here. I'm just going to kind of pick up colors as I go so they don't stray too far away from the palette. I'm doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. Doing anything fun for the weekend? I put lights out last night outside my house, so I have those up finally. I usually try to put them up towards the beginning of December. Just didn't get to it this year. I'm having a crazy year. And then I have lights on my tree, but I haven't decorated my tree. I was hoping I could rope someone else into helping me decorate. I don't have any takers this year. Everyone's a spoiled sport grunch here. I'm gonna have a little splotch of highlight there. Okay, and then let's do the top of the cave next, I guess. We'll do a little bit here. So some massive shading where it's dipping in here between the shoulder and the arm. I'm just gonna blotch in some color there. Definitely have some under the hair here, a little bit over here. He's got like a, I think it's pinned to his uniform, so maybe I'll put like a brooch or something over there. Not sure yet. Working out, staying healthy. That's good. I've already had a cookie. It's 11:57 a.m. where I'm at. Tis the season that I don't stay in shape. I've been trying to walk my driveway, but it's been like really icy lately. I don't really like doing it, so I need to come up with a new thing. I usually just sort of walk around. In the summer I can jog more, but not so much in the winter. Let me see here. I got more than just these drapes. I think it's okay. I'll have this come down like this. I'll have a line pick up on the edge of the cape here in shadow. Then I'll have a little bit of a line and highlight. I don't know if I'm gonna go in and adjust that too much. Oh nice, I like going around looking at everyone else's lights. Yeah, that's always fun. Especially like if you go to like the downtown areas and cities and stuff. They always put up a little display, at least where I live. By the way, I saw your Snowstorm Limbo comic dub video. It was really good. You think you'd do something like that in the near future? I am always trying to get those done. I have a comic that I started around August this year that I still haven't named, but it's all sketched out and it's somewhat lined, but that's where it is. If I ever finish that, I will contact some voice actors I know if they're still doing voice acting, or I'll go to the little voice actor thing and hold auditions and do another one, because I do think they're fun. And thanks for checking it out and let me know that you liked it. Alright, how's that looking? I don't want to spend too much time on the draping. Alright, so under the arm we're going to see some shading. I'll just block that in now. And behind the little helmet thing, put this in like so. And okay, that's pretty good for the block shading. Let's do the pants next. They're looking pretty flat. Do you think Kylo Ren would make a good Santa or a bad Santa? I feel like he would give everyone coal and then maybe burn down some houses. So probably not the best Santa. I kind of, I was like laughing at him the first time because I thought he was a little bit like a child. I don't know. I don't want to like rag on Disney too much. Used to call him like emo Vader. It's not really a nice thing. He's just, you know, struggling, having a hard time with the dark side. I hope they don't try to redeem him though, because he straight up murdered his dad. He can have like a sacrificial redeeming, but I hope they're not like, and then he lived a happy life with a large family for the rest of his days. And I'll be like, no, he murdered some people. He should go in prison. I don't know. Strange politics of fantasies. Alright, so that crotch area, and then we'll have, this will be darkened here. Probably like a little bit of shading there. And then down here. And definitely some under here. And I gotta refine the shading. Trying to think of how this would look. It's all kind of wrinkled and puckered, I think. It's not quite dark enough. Let's see. So from here, I think... I think I'm gonna have it. I'm looking at the reference and seeing how that works over here. He has like fabric that comes up here, and then it's bunched down here. And then this lighter color actually comes down like this. I'll just copy the reference when in doubt. So that'll be like that. This doesn't exist. I don't know why I drew that line. Now we have some lines curving around here. Like so. I'm just making it up now. I guess we'd have some kind of line that looks like a bit of a pucker there. So we'll put some kind of line in there like that. And then up here, yeah, we'll have a little few lines here, puckers where the boots go in. Yeah, my biggest weakness when making my comics, not really my biggest weakness, but one thing I have a hard time with is coming up with how to name the comic or even the characters. I just call it creature feature in all my literature about it, my script even and everything. I don't know what that is. I want like a creative name, but I'm never very good at them, so I just keep putting it off and I'm putting it off. Alright. So that's that. Have a little bit right under the cape here. That's dark. We'll just kind of blend that so it's really just edged in there. Okay, he's got some shaded pants. I'm gonna take off my jacket because it's really hot. And I'm gonna try to throw it on my bed. I made it. I made it. Okay. Take another sip. Alright, back to the grind. Okay, so the boots, I didn't really draw them very well. What does the reference look like? Let's have some mostly shading here. And then there's like a, let's make a little bit like a brownish color for the highlight so it looks a little more, there's like some real shininess to the boot in the reference. I don't know if I'm going to capture or not. It would look nicer, but we'll see. It's all about a timing kind of thing. I want to get this done without getting too bogged down by it. So I'll put some highlights and shading in to blend in later. Get this all shaded in where it's going in. I'm gonna have to go under here, and these are driving me nuts. So I'm gonna get rid of those. But before I lose my color, by the way, I'm cooking and watching the same time because I have a pregnant wife who wants taco salad for breakfast. Oh, that's good. That's nice that you're making her. I want a taco salad. I've never heard of that. That sounds exciting. Well, congratulations too on the new family member. Alright, let's add in some edge lighting of the boots. And a little bit here before we like lose the edge of them. Just plop that in there like that. And then eventually I'll go in and get that a little more worked out. Okay, so now we have the top of the head looking pretty barren. So let's get the hat. I don't have a reference for a hat, so I'm just gonna have to make this whole thing up. Definitely some here. I think that's the color thing here. Where this folds under, we'll have a little bit of puckering. I keep saying puckering. I don't know why I don't just say like wrinkle or fold or whatever. It's kind of a funny word. I think this would actually be pretty colored up here. Pretty white, I mean, or not white, light. Alright, maybe I'll look up a reference later, but for now I'm just gonna wing it. Something like that. Thank you, all you PSU some. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, this is, I think I'm gonna take some lighter color. Try to block in the shading, the brightness of the hat. I don't really like how there's these two lines that connect, so maybe this one over here won't quite connect. And I'll have it go like that. I don't know. It's good enough for now. Part of it is I need to blend this so that it's not just such a severe darkness all of a sudden up here. And the same over here. Kind of working those so they're just showing up every once in a while instead of predominantly. There we go. Thank you, Friday. Alright, and then we need, that's good enough for the hat for now. I guess we should do some on the white. Is that really red? I picked the wrong one. There we go. I'm gonna go in, like the texture, fur texture is kind of hard to do. I don't know. Let's just block in a little bit here and see how it works, and then maybe I'll delete it and start over. You have like little patches where the fur gets darker. I'm not doing a very good job right now. Let's just give this the shading over here, a little bit in the middle here, and then we'll go in a smaller brush, try to add those patches that I'm talking about in. I'm not very good at drawing fur. I'll do a little bit up here too. Alright, for sketching it, that's probably fine. Okay, so we have some... Oh, we don't have the gloves done. Let's do those too. How did I... let's get a little bit darker. And then we'll have some go in between here, I guess. And then down over here. And then between these fingers we'll have a bit of a line between these. And then under the cape will be somewhat dark. Kind of throw that in there. Have a little bit over here. A little bit here. And then we'll try to work that color in. I know what I'm doing. I don't. Okay, some at the tips. And then kind of think about, I think we'll do like, I put these lines here for reference, we'll do a little bit darker where all those lines come. That kind of helps give your hand fake dimension. So it'll always be brighter up there till you hit the joints, and then it gets a little darker. Uh-oh, my birds are fighting. Little dino jerks like to fight. I'll pick a little bit darker. Go in with that. And we'll work on these. It's hard to commit to a dark color when you're working with like white, I think. Let's go a little bit darker though. And around the edges of these fingers and around the tips of the gloves. And then add a little bit under this sleeve here too. Sure. I want kind of a whitish color to counter some of this. So I'll pick that, put it across each knuckle. Maybe not that knuckle so much. Put it across like where the highlighted parts of the hand might be. Alright, I'll leave it like that for now. This will be dark under here. And you can't really see it, what's going on after that, so I might be able to just get like a free pass of doing that. And nothing more. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'm going to leave his face for last because I think I'm going to zoom in. I'll work a little more carefully on it. So, helmet time. We'll have the darkness over here. The darkness. I don't know if I like the nose now that I put it in. I might not. I might just do like the classic helmet look, but with green and silver instead of the other stuff. Okay, so we'll have a flat area here that'll have some shading. A little bit here and here. This is gonna have that. Actually, you know what we could do? We can make this part red. Then it's green and red. That's looking really good, thank you. It's kind of fun to do these silly paintings every once in a while where you're just like, whatever happens, happens. It's all about the silliness. Alright, so we'll have some shading there. We'll have some lightness here. Let me get the color dodge. And I want to throw in, I don't think he has any lightness on this visor part. I mean the eye part, but he'll have some here. So let's kind of get these colors in here. Kind of splotch them in and then I'll clean it up. This makes a good thing where you don't have to select it if you want your colors to be really nice and shiny. It'll do it for you. And alright, that's probably good. I'll go back to normal and blend all that in. It's me and your drawings are awesome. Oh, hey, Ali, how are you? Thank you, that's very nice of you. Okay, I'm gonna sort of blend these in. I was gonna have silver, wasn't I? I'll make it like a gray color and work it around here. And we can do another one. The edge here, he's got like 3, but alright, let's clean that up a bit. And then we'll get like an edge, a darker edge to that. Let me zoom in here so I can have better control over how this looks. And this one too. Not bad. How about you? Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm having a little bit less crazy of a day than normal. I've been having to drive into town lately, which is like one of those things that takes over my life. It's a 40-minute drive one way to town. So I don't know, it adds up, and then I'm just like, I hate driving. But no driving today, so I'm looking forward to that. Okay, let's throw in some shades like that. I think it actually would go across. I don't know. I'll have to touch that up. I'll think about that. It's not bad so far. It's a little bit silly. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in now and work on the face. You like the helmet? It's a little messy. It's coming along. It's shaping up. Thank you. Okay, save my document before my Photoshop crashed right before I started this, and I was like, you better not do that again, buddy. It seems to be cooperating so far. Okay, well, we definitely want shading. This hat looks atrocious. Shading up here around the eyes. Should have detailed this face more in the sketch. I have my reference up though, so I'll figure it out. Around the eye, shading. A little bit over here. This will be the darker side of the face, so I'll plop in some stuff here. A little bit down here. I think the chin length has been lost a bit here. Okay, so some under the nose. Some under this eye for sure. And this side of the nose, have some. And there, like that. Alright, this is starting to take shape, I think. Maybe. Let's have this a little bit darker over here. I do want like a little bit of some highlighty spots there. And over here. I get asked how I draw so well, and I tell people for me I can visualize the line and the curve on the paper I'm drawing on. Is it the same for you with doing this? I guess, like, I would say what I've trained myself to do is like lay things out and then see if they're right or wrong, which is probably more of like a digital art thing than a traditional art thing. But there, we did have to learn when I was in my one drawing class that I took how to like figure out the angles of things from 3D to 2D. You know, you do the trick where you take your pencil and you try to line up the angle of it and then draw that line rather than what you think it should look like. Let's try to figure that out. I don't think I draw very good. I don't think I have a lot of confidence in myself though. I don't know if people have ever said, you draw really good, how do you do it? I'll just say practice. But alright, let's see how this is looking. It's definitely taken shape as face. I probably said this already, I saw Logan Lucky with Adam Driver in it. I thought that was a pretty good role for him. I know he's in a movie that might be on Netflix called The Family or something, but everyone says it's a really sad movie, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't mind sad movies, but I gotta be in the right mood to watch them. Especially this time of year. It's all like bleak winter, and I need some happiness. Try to add some highlights. I don't know what coloring I'm doing on his face. I don't know why I picked yellow. But I've already put it on some, so I'm just gonna go with it. For the rest, I can fix it later if I hate it. You should have a little bit of a dark spot over here. And yeah, I think so. I don't know what I'm saying. There's some highlighty parts here and there's some dark parts here. I'm looking at the reference now. He does not have an easy face to color. But I think that that's taken shape at least. I think you can tell it's a face, which is an improvement already. Okay, let's get some shading for his hair in. I don't really... Let me pick a color this way, the cheap way, where I overlay a little black. So he's got some curly curls that I want to try to get in. I don't know. His hair goes out like this a lot, which is really difficult to draw. I can't do it on the clipping mask anyways, but I'm going to shade some of it in and then probably just do another layer with it like that. So let's just kind of get it shaped in how we might want. By the face will be the real darkest area. So I'll get that shaded in. And then over here, I don't even know what's going on with his hair over here. What did the reference look like? I haven't done a very good job. That's okay. Like that. Definitely under the hat will be nice and dark. And then we'll have some more that goes out like this. Alright, that's something. You can tell. Okay. Well, he definitely looks like a weird mole Santa. That's a good start. Let's get his face a little more evened out, because I think it's one of those things that people look to the face and then they'll forgive all this mess when they see that the face. What did we have on our... Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's get some more... Let's see. Shading in here. That's just more of like a light color. But I'm going to use it for around the eyes, because I always think villains have like nice like redly lined eyes. Red lined eyes. I don't think redly's a word. But, you know. Enjoy your day. Got up. Got to go feeding the wife time for me. Always a pleasure watching your live stream. Thank you. I hope your wife likes your salad. I want the taco salad. That's what it was. I'm gonna open a window real quick and then I'll hide it. And then I'm gonna do something real quick off screen. And then I'll be back to drawing. No worries. just double checking something. I might also have to look up a Santa hat later. Okay, let's see. We got a darker color here. Let's get some shading done here. A little bit here. Oh god, your neighbors are super loud. I'm locked in a room under 2 layers of blankets and wearing earphones, but I can still hear the music. Oh no. That's a bummer. Hopefully the music isn't too terrible. Let me just outline these eyes a bit. I'm gonna have to go into my like slow down mode where I think more carefully about what I'm placing and not just trying to block it in. Since I'm gonna try to see. I want he's got like a little round thing that comes out like that. I'm gonna messy put this in and I'll blend it in a bit. Just because I don't want to forget that it's there and I don't want to lose my color. Okay, so we'll have that there. Let's get the mouth shape in. And a little tiny bit there. Okay. Okay, now I think we can lose the color, so I'll blend this in a little bit better. So it's not just such a shock of shading. I'll do a little bit down here. I guess I didn't, let me make a new hair layer so I can put some eyebrows on. Just sort of sketch them in. I don't know what I'm doing. This is a terrible way to sketch them in. I will sketch them in quickly and then it won't matter. Okay, so we got eyebrow 1 here, eyebrow 2 over here. Okay, now he's got cranky eyebrows. Let me lighten up this part of his eye a bit before I continue. And yeah, okay. Let me see without the sketch. I'm gonna leave the sketch off for a bit while I work on let's blow this up even more. I'll work on the eyes. And just like the general coloring. So let's get some shadow. They are playing Blank Lady by Shaggy. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube. It's 12:25. It's 12:55 a.m. I went to shoot them in the mouth or do myself. It's even harder. It's even hard to hear you. Oh, should I talk up? Oops. Just whacked my mouth. I cannot speak now. I whacked my mic stand, which has a lot of M's in it, so it's very hard to say for some reason. Okay, that's a good color. Let's do a little bit here. A little bit here. I know I have kind of a soft-spoken voice. People have been home a lot more. And I'm trying to like not disturb them. It's like middle of the day for me, but people around here are cranky all the time. Okay, let's see. This eye in here. This one over here. And yeah. I want him to have that like pitted eye look a little bit in the shading. So I'll kind of blend these shadowy colors in. These are not like flattering colors, but I don't think you're supposed to paint villains in flattering colors. Unless it's their thing to be glamorous, I guess. Need your your voice is fine. I do have the mic like probably a lot closer than most people because it's a terrible mic. I don't know if that helps. Let's get some shading across the brow of the nose. This needs to be reshaped better. Let me get like a real dark color here. It goes into the eye. A little bit here. Trying to think of how to shape this in. Let's get rid of this highlight and move a little bit more shading in this arc style here. This might go down a little bit too, but I can blend in later. And then we'll go across here. And this side of the nose would probably have like a little more shading than... Sure. I told myself I wasn't going to worry too much about it. Keep going with it and not try to fixate. And that's what I'm doing. Okay. And then this will come up a little more. I gotta work on that. I'll just erase a bit for now. This would have some shading over here. He's got kind of a triangular shape here. I'm looking at the reference. Let's kind of get that in like that. I guess I should put some color in for his lips. Maybe like a nice red like this, maybe. Too desaturated. Let's bump up the saturation a bit. Might be a little dark. I can go in and lighten it up in a minute. I just want to get some pigment in and then adjust it. It's probably fine for this side of the face. Did I lose my color? I guess it's just darker over here. He looks like Christian Bale. It should just be like a surprise. I was drawing Christian Bale all the time. No, not really. Okay, let's give this a little bit of a shape here, like this, and this. So Ruby, did you watch Rubo Tani? I don't know why your name got blended like that. Did you watch the Legal Eagle on Kappa, whatever it is? I watched it. I wonder, I'm curious how Kappa thinks they're gonna, like YouTube might take channels down, but I am curious how Kappa thinks they're gonna like find people in other countries. Like they have such a hard time just doing it here in America. They're gonna come after me because I said that. But, I think his lip should be, his bottom lip should be a little bigger. Top lip looks a little big compared. Whatever, I've got a lip shaped in. That's all that matters. This I'll have the dark parts here and here. And then we'll have some lighter shading over here. And a little bit over here. Like this. Sure, why not? And then I'll bring this shade down around here. It's terrible. It's okay. I'm going to shape it down here. Shape it a little bit here. And then I'll go into the liquify tool and fix it all up. So filter, liquify. And while it's loading, oh, I was going to take a drink while it was loading. I ran out of time. Okay, zoom down. Is that zooming down? Do you zoom down or you shrink down? I guess it's shrink down. Alright, so he's got like very round bottomed lips. His top part, let's come in a bit. He's got the Joker mouth right now. Let's see how that looks. Let's try this out. Yeah, I guess that's better. Just kind of keep working on it. Let's get his eyes colored in so they're not just like weird zombie eyes. Let's pick a nice brown. Get them like so. Let's see, make them a little bit bigger, I think. Yeah, that's pretty good. A little bit bigger. This one. Alright. Now it doesn't have zombie eyes. Take a quick sip now. Okay. Let's see. Let's get, I want a dark color to rim around these eyes. Let's get that in like so. I'm so bad with making these precise lines. I'd blame my tablet. I think it's just me and my hand. Maybe I should play video games. Isn't that supposed to improve your hand-eye coordination? Okay, so that's that like that. Make these a little darker actually as a whole. He's got those beady dark eyes. It's the dark side, made his eyes all dark. Alright, and then you'll just be able to see a little bit of a pupil like that. And then let's add some highlight bumps here. They gotta match, so that one doesn't match. That's good enough. Good enough. Alright, he's got some eyes now that are not quite so messed up. Okay, how much detailing should I do? Because from far away you won't be able to see as much. But I don't really want to be lazy either. Well, I'm zoomed in. I'll do a little bit of detailing here. Might as well. A little bit in the inner lid here. Get that sort of color shadow here. There'll be like a little bit of shading here. Let me see if I can get color that looks a little better. Yeah, that's pretty good, I think. And then we'll have that highlighty look here. It's catching on the rim. A little bit of white maybe right there. It's kind of got the glossy eye look. And then I'm gonna pretty much cut this line to nothing. It's not matching up. This will be nice and shadowed in the very corner. This will be, his face is looking real splotchy. Have some highlighty here, and then this goes down. He's got quite a long thing here. This area looks a little too long. I think maybe I'll just try fiddling with it with my... Oh. Sorry, I didn't see the chat. Just call me Tani. Yeah, I did. Honestly, I'm more concerned with if I'm somehow super unlucky and they find me, I'll be paying way too much. I don't know how they expect to find people. Like, here in America, I don't know for sure, but my guess would be if it's like other organizations, they fine you and then you can go to court and dispute the claim, or if it's like a criminal offense, you have to be charged as a criminal. So I don't know. So like they might take you to small claims courts. I guess it wouldn't really be small claims court. They might take you to like some kind of court and you might get like a warrant out for you, but I don't know if they come and like arrest you and fine you. Like it's not like something I don't know. It's not like they couldn't come and arrest me and stuff, but it just seems a bit like to put forth the legal taxpayer money on like a small channel, I don't know how much they would be able to even get out of you. I might be able to argue that it would bankrupt me, and I'd be like, so that's what I'm wondering how it's like in other countries. Like, I don't really know how it's like here, but you're probably more likely to just like face jail time here, like the worst. But it's not, certainly they're not going to get people extradited from other countries to face jail time. So I'm kind of curious. I think it's more likely that it'll be on YouTube's head to really enforce these with the foreign countries and cancel any channels and stuff. They might even start blocking IPs. I don't know. It's a bit strange. I'm curious how it'll turn out. It always kind of gets built up into a big thing in the community. They have a new thing, anti-harassment and bullying thing that just came out. That one seems pretty sudden. That's them trying to clean up their corporate image to compete with Disney or something. I kind of did this eye and not this eye, and then I moved on to the nose. I guess I should do this eye while I'm up here. Let's get this black color in. Here like that. A little bit thicker in this area. Go down like this. With that highlighty look in here. And I gave him a bit of like a glossy look here. And sure. It's not quite as clean as the other one turned out. But I told myself I was going to be doing what I can. Okay, let's get this though. So this would be a little touch of highlight over here, and then it'd be darker over here under the hair and such. Give a little darkness there. This highlight is a mess. I kind of want it to go up and like ring down here, down on the eyes. Sure, I'm adding a lot of texture with the messiness. That's probably good though. Alright, so we'll have some shadow here, some highlights here. Alright, it's a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna add some shadowiness under where the eyebrow is too. This probably, let me erase this part. It doesn't go up quite like that. So, let me get this patched in too. I'm doing a terrible job. Make my brush bigger and then it doesn't matter. There we go. And then we'll go up to the hair layer, I guess, and put in some, it's like sort of fuzzy. Eyebrows are sort of fuzzy. I never really detail them that great. I need like a finer brush or maybe a custom brush or something. Let's just do this and then cut those edges a little bit, and that'll give that fuzzy look. Well, international law gives certain rights to nations with extradition treaties with each other, but it shouldn't be a problem. I just like being a diva, complain about nothing. Hey, let me see. Hey, Karim Hio. Hope you're having a good day. No, I don't think you're being a diva. I don't know. It's possible, like in England, since they work so closely with us, they might have some more like worries with their government kind of stepping in and doing stuff. But I don't know. The less friendly the nations are, the safer you probably are. That's a little dark. Let's see if I can blend it in a bit. Did I just do... hold on. Yeah, wait, I don't want you... I don't want any color but the eyebrows on the hair for now. I always do that. I forget which layer I'm on. Oops, I want to erase it. I'll add a little bit more like eyebrow lookiness. And then I'll come in with the eraser here and kind of, what the heck? Gotta erase just softly, softly. There we go. Hey, Mexicano 11, how are you? Okay, so eyebrows are done. The coloring, let me merge this and make a duplicate. Just in case I like, it's like a save as kind of thing, you know? Okay, I want to take my brush at 100% and clean this area up before I continue because I missed out a little bit on the edging. Just get a little bit of that. I'm such a messy one. Alright, that's a little better. Let's look and see how it looks zoomed out. I'm trying to go slowly. Yeah, India and US are really close allies these days. You're good, Mexicano? Are you having a nice weekend so far? I think it's the painting is coming along. It's a little bit messier than usual, but I'm a pretty messy painter to begin with, so I don't know how much people would really notice. Okay, let's go to the hair. I'm gonna go to the hair and get some, have some fun with it. So we'll do some streakiness here, come out a little bit like that. Just with the black, I'm gonna throw in some silly hairlines. He'll have a bit here, and then it'll come down. Yeah, sure, why not? This hair, I guess it'll end about here. So this is not hair down here. I have to fix that on the bottom layer. Alright, that's something. He looks gorgeous. He's definitely got that model look. That's why they had him take off his helmet in the first movie. They were like, look, he's not all burned up like old Vader. He's a pretty boy. I'll try to do Adam Driver justice. Drawing his villain character. Not looking too shabby. Alright, that's the black. Now I'm gonna go in with much lighter color and kind of add some highlight spotches. A few down here, I think. A few out here, or it might be catching the light. He's definitely going to be the angriest Santa. Like a kid will start throwing a tantrum that he didn't get the right toy. And then he'll be like, I will out tantrum you, kid. I find it silly. I don't know why I find this so silly. Alright, let's get like a blue color for some of these highlights. Actually, I'm going to overlay. Make a new clipping mask layer. I'm going to overlay some blue shading. Put it over here too. On the edges here, because it's a little bit too warm now. And then I can work that in. Back to normal. So it looks silly. It maybe looks silly unless the hair is a little darker to match. Let's put some highlights in this way. And then I'll All I remember about Kylo is his wide chest. Yeah. He does have that swell. Is that what they were saying? He's swole, that's what I'm thinking of. He's swole. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing with the hair. It don't matter. I got some random colors in there. It's all good. Just call it like that. Let me get under here. Draw in some shading right under the hairline on the red, and then this isn't even, I'm just gonna make this like a real dark shadow since I can't really tell what's going on here. Okay, and then we'll have some, I'm on overlay, aren't I? Go back to normal. We'll have some shading on this side of his face. That'll kind of blend in with that dark. Alright, let's get some more details in. Yeah. I wonder, you know, the obvious choice would have been to make Luke Skywalker the Santa. I wonder what the others could be, like who could be the Tooth Fairy in the Star Wars universe. I wonder if anyone's been watching The Mandalorian. I heard that that's going back to Disney Plus. I heard that that was the interesting one. I wonder if people liked it. I like, I think his name is Pedro Pascal. He's in like Game of Thrones and stuff. I like him. I know that he's the Mandalorian or whatever. I don't know what I'm doing with his nose. He's got like a wide set nose, but I think I've made it too wide set. I'm gonna leave it. Let's get a little tiny highlight over here. Alright, let's finish up his eyes because I left him in this weird limbo state. Actually, let me get this colored in up here before I go on. I don't want to forget. This is supposed to be nice and dark. You've never seen it? Me neither. The Egyptian Gamer Geek told me he was gonna go see Star Wars. Let me know if it's any good or not. I hope it's not. I don't know. I'm curious how they'll end it. After all the build up. Let's give him a hint of a neck under there. I guess if I do that I have to shape in some kind of collar. So we'll do some kind of shaped in color like that. And then give it some red. Look over here. That's not the best color in the world. I'm gonna go with it. The only thing I know about Mandalorian is Baby Yoda, yeah. It's like the meme. Little baby Yoda. Looks pretty cute. I don't know if it's functional, like, not functional, but like, if it can use the Force or whatever. It definitely looks like a little silly, cute goblin thing. Alright, did I do that? I'll clean that up. Alright, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go in and do the eyes now. First I want to get color dodge. And, with blue. Let's see. I don't want this quite such a high opacity. So I want a little more control over what's happening here. Yeah. I'll give a little bit of highlight there and a little tiny bit here. Mostly there though. And then we'll go back to normal. Add that so it peeks over there a little tiny bit. Alright. Then I'll go to overlay and we'll add the shadow in. Actually I want multiply, not overlay. I'll add a shadow in above. I should have probably done this before I put the highlights in. That's okay. Give that shadow look. Eyes have like proper depth. Kind of messed up on that side. I can go back and fix it. Alright, now we'll go to overlay with the white. And I can just clean up these whites that I laid over the black. We'll go to normal. Clean up where I put that shadow too low. And then I want to add a little tiny touch of like highlighty color right in the corner of the eyes here. And a little bit over here in the corner of the eyes. I always think that makes the eyes stick out better. The lips could use some work, I guess. I'll pop those in. A few little wrinkles. Add some shading to the corner here properly. Maybe a little highlight here. Going into the thing. Let me see. Let me pick a proper highlight color. Am I on normal? Yes, I am. I just need to make it a little brighter, I guess. Alright. Tiny bit of highlight there. Even brighter. Even brighter. So I think I need to come in with some highlights now. A couple areas. Like this cheek needs to stick out. Your eyes are always amazing. Thank you. Appreciate that. A little bit there. I never really did get his nose right. I don't know though. I worry if I mess with these things too much, I'll never move on. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to zoom out, I'm going to save, I'm going to merge this layer, make another clipping mask, and then I'm going to go to, not file, overlay. We're going to go with this red first, and I'm going to give him the Santa blush. He's got to have the Santa blush, it's got to happen. It's like way too much Santa blush. Okay, I'm gonna go a little less crazy on the Santa blush. There we go, that's a good balance. A little bit on his nose. And, yeah, okay. Now I want to go with this blue. You're watching Balto. Hey, I liked that movie when I was a kid. This is a cute little dog movie. I love dogs. I want to see it now. Alright, add a few little highlighty blue areas here and there. Over here a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, since I'm adding some blue there, I'll need to add some other places too, like on the chest. I don't know if I'm gonna how much I'm gonna come in and clean this up. I kind of like the rough look, and it's not just because I'm lazy. I don't know, I just kind of like the rough look. Like a little more detail would be nice. There is something kind of about the rough look of drawing that's kind of fun. I might want to work on this helmet a little more. Well, I have overlay. Let me come in here and get these a little more padded out. Get that a little bit more. Sure. It's on Netflix. Oh, I'm gonna go watch it then. I'm definitely gonna try to watch that before Christmas. There's something about like watching movies that you loved when you were little. It cheers you up, you know? At least for me. Alright, should I try to come in here and detail this hat? I worry about this hat. Let's go back to normal. I should look up a reference because I'm not really good on hair on the fly. It's kind of all like, I mean not fur, I mean not hair, fur. Let me get some of this shading. I turn my opacity up. I don't know. It's like all just like triangular things. You'd better watch out, you better not cry because Santa Ren is coming to town. That's definitely, is that a public domain song? I should sing that. Santa Ren is coming to town. I like it. That's what I should have labeled my live stream. Santa Ren is coming to town. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm gonna mess with it. And I'm gonna make it like really like overly detailed and wrong, and then I'm gonna blur it all at the end. So that's a good way to fix up hair that you've messed up. So maybe it'll work for the hat too. Add a few little things here. Go around the edge with it. And then some here. Some up here. Yeah. Alright, so we've got the highlights. Now let's go in with the shadows. Kind of work them around the back of the highlight areas. Oh my god, the sun just came out. It's right in my eyeball. Let me just, hold on. Had to close up my curtain there. It's been cloudy all day. I thought it might have snowed later, but guess not. The sun's come back out, which is fine. Doesn't need to snow. Is this looking like fur at all? Not really. I definitely should have looked up a reference for it. I think you can kind of tell what it's supposed to be though. Okay, now we take a big brush with the white and we come over and we just blur it out a lot like that. It looks like it was intentional. Not really. We come down here and then we take this brown color and we blur it out like that. And now you can't tell that it's a horrible messed up attempt at hair at all. You lost your connection. What did you miss? Me not being able to draw textured fur. Is it fur on Santa's hat? Certainly can't tell the kids that Santa killed a couple rabbits. Maybe it's fake fur the elves made for him. It's like white fur, so it's gotta be like rabbits or... I don't know. What animals are white? Polar bears? Let's hope not. I guess there's white wolves, foxes. Yeah, we're just kind of pretending like I know how to do fur and spotching it in. It's not the worst, but it's not. I kind of lost some detail that I probably could have kept in. But that's okay. A couple little spots here I'll add it back into. Alright. It doesn't look bad. I'm going to make a clipping mask now and overlay it so we can get some matching shadows. Oh, not overlay, multiply, multiply. That's what I want. So we can get some matching shadows. You know how it like kind of went down to there. It was all kind of dark, so we want to match that up. And we'll match it on the back of this thing. It'll be kind of dark. There we go. Why not? White wolf. Okay. It's not too bad. for like a little silly Christmas drawing. What do you guys think? You like Santa Ren? That's multiply. I was like, why is that not working? I'm gonna brighten up his eyes. He's got those peaky eyes that can really stare at you. Maybe that's too much. Okay, let's take multiply. Match up his face now because it's kind of yeah, it's not matching up the rest. This side of it should all be a little bit darker. So I'm just literally gonna smear over it with multiply. That'll match up the shadow. His eye's a bit weird. That's okay. I guess I missed this area down here. I could just do that. Let's zoom in and work on this belt a little bit. Normal. And let's clean that part up so it shines a little bit better. Give him some depth with some shading. This probably would be all kind of a muddled dark area here. Or maybe there were more deers that we don't know about. Would explain his leather shoes and belts as well. No plants grow in the North Pole. Red pigment, just saying. Santa Ren is checking his list twice. I don't want to be on his bad list. I could take coal for Christmas. I don't know if I can take what Santa Ren is bringing. What do you think he's bringing? Justice? Okay, let's yeah, let's color dodge it. You can get that fake shiny look without actually trying. There we go. Then we'll go to multiply. And we'll get that bronzy look. Like that. Alright, not the cleanest, but you can definitely tell what it's supposed to be. Let's go to normal. Fix that little pigment I missed there. Alright. Okay, so he's got his belt. Yeah. He's looking pretty silly. Let's do something with the background. Let's see here. First of all, I want to add just some shading. I don't know why it's brown. I'll go to black here. Some like shading under him. And let's see what else. We could have like the reddish color over here for the background. And then like a greenish over here. Let's see how that looks though. Before I commit. I should be doing this on a separate layer. I guess that's okay. Kind of adds like a little bit of holiday cheer. I'm going to add a little bit of a dark halo around him. Maybe like a real small one. I don't know. I don't really like that. Let's make it multiply. And then we'll pick up this color. So it'll just be like he was too close to the wall and the light was on. I don't like that either. I kind of want like an aura behind him though, so let's make a new layer and take a soft brush. Yeah. And we'll add like a little bit of a aura around him. Just a little white one, I guess. That could work. Maybe I should have done this like, what if I make it so it's like gray blue? Let me turn the saturation down. I could make it like snowing. Would that be weird? I feel like I keep doing snowing. I might make this like slate gray. like before. So and then I'll add a horizon a little bit. Even on this one, we'll have a little bit of a horizon. And then we could have roses are red, the earth is brown. You've been naughty, Rem is coming to town. Yeah. Okay, let me pick this. Let's see. Let's make a gradient too. Might as well. I guess we'll do overlay. I always do overlay. Is that, oh, I don't want white, I want dark. I don't want that dark. Let's make it like a sort of a bluish gray here. Bring that up. And then the light can come from the top. Is that too bright? Maybe. Maybe. A little too bright. Let's bring it more like that. And even brighter. Like that. Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm gonna do an overlay up here too. I gotta work on the shadows. Hold on. Let me. Where was that shadow layer? I've come down to too many layers now. I want him to have some impact. So he doesn't look like he's just floating here, even though there's some parts that aren't very colored in well. And then you guys have to talk me out now if you don't want snowflakes, because I think I'm gonna add snowflakes. I don't know why I keep doing it. We'll do the overlay trick on the top too. So we'll have, let's see if we can add some red. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. This red, and we'll turn the opacity down. I don't really like the red though. What if it's like coming in from this side? That might work better. Let's make it a little darker. Have it coming in from that side. I think I turned that down too much. A little bit red on that side, and then we can have the blue, the light blue on this side. There we go. The disco ball. And now we're doing the snowflakes. Why not? We'll just do like little ones. Like brush settings, spacing like all the way up. Size jitter, yeah, like at least 50. Scattering like crazy. Alright, turn our opacity up. And yeah, okay. Then we'll just turn this down. And maybe that's too high on the opacity. We want just a few little snowflakies here and there. Why not? I think we might add a little motion blur to them. So they kind of look like they're standing in mid things. So filter, blur, motion blur. And we'll have them going down. And we'll make them really not that blurry. Just a little blurry. There we go. Maybe a little more blurry. I don't know. There we go. Sure. There's Balto 2 and Balto 3. What? I did not know this. Are the prequels as good as the... I mean, are the sequels as good as the original? Let's add some more snowy flakes in the background. I don't know who says snowy flakes. Alright. There we go. He looks like he's ready to come and, I don't know, kidnap your kids? It's a bit strange. Okay, well, you know, I'm happy with it. It's not my best work, but I like it, actually. I think it's not too bad. Not super detailed. The face is a little tiny bit wonky. Should I dare to look at it the other way? I can do some fixing up real quick. So let me do this, and then I go to liquefy. This eye, I think, is not quite lined up, or maybe it's the shape of the face. Let me see here. If I bring that out. See what it looks like. That looks better. To me, it looks better. Yeah. Well, I guess that's it, because I don't know what else to do. I could detail it in. I always kind of give up, though. There's something about, like, doing it all in one sitting I'm not very good at. I like to come back to it. So maybe I'll come back to it. Or maybe I'll leave it as a fun little sketch painting instead. But I think I'm going to call it for now. Well, thank you, Rubutani and Mexicano and everyone who came by to say hi. I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. I should start taking, like, suggestions for my streams. I'll have one Wednesday. I don't know what I'll do. Probably something Christmassy. Maybe if I'm lucky I can get the Christmas music to work. But until then I'll go marathon Balto or something. So, yeah. I hope everyone who is watching or who watches in the future or whenever has a really great day. I hope they take care. And I'm so bad at sign-offs. Take care. Have a good day. I love you all. And is it just me or does Kylo Ren look like one of the professors from Harry Potter? That's his side gig. Anyways, good night, good day, good evening. Thanks everyone. Hope you have a great time. And I'll catch you later.